go with the former world title challenger, Gilbert Burns. Perhaps a little bit undersized for welterweight, but he has resided within this top 5 since he moved up from 55.
From the moment, John, you didn't know what to expect from Gilbert Burns at 170, but he has shown that he has the ability to compete with the best, and if you aren't the best, he buzzes right through you. I was very impressed by the way he handled the Neil Magny challenge, and he looks to prove again why he is the elite of the elite in the welterweight division.
And he's also a promoter's dream. A lot of people feel like eventually Gilbert Burns is going to work himself back into a championship setting. But of course, the big fights at 170 pounds continue for one of the best from Brazil, Gilbert Burns. Gilbert Burns, ready to make a statement here tonight. Well, you hear the pop from the crowd, DC, as Nate Diaz gets set to make this walk here tonight. You never know when is going to be the last time we see this guy compete, but there's a lot to like when we see Nate Diaz in here.
Nate Diaz is a savage, a guy that just epitomizes fighter. From the attitude, the walk, the music, everything tells you that when Nate Diaz shows up, you're getting ready to watch a fight. A fantastic striker and a great jiu-jitsu practitioner.
Yeah.
Nate Diaz is just a well-rounded fighter and one of the biggest stars in the UFC.
We've seen the Stockton slap before. I'll set the total.
It's just so disrespectful.
Over under 1.5.
So
I think he throws it tonight.
It's just so disrespectful, but it's so Nate Diaz.
All right, we'll see if he invokes the Stockton slap here tonight, but Nate Diaz is back, and hopefully in a big way for his supporters around the world. Our tale of the tape for this welterweight fight. We send it inside the octagon. Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds in the UFC welterweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, Gilbert Burns. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. Ladies and gentlemen, he is an Ultimate Fighter season winner, Nate Diaz.
Herb Dean, our referee for this one.
Ready.
All right, early round action here. How will Gilbert Burns choose to proceed? At times in certain matchups, he's had these verbal guarantees like no takedowns, right? Even if that's the path of least resistance. This is a fighter's fighter, absolutely loves to strike, even though, of course, he's one of the more world-class Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu practitioners on this roster, top to bottom. All right, early in the fight here, and Nate Diaz off to a pretty good start, found a home for that left hand.
I mean, and it's powerful. It does not seem like Nate is throwing it hard, but he always finds his target is very accurate with that straight left hand. So he kind of feeds the right hand to get you moving where he wants, and then bang, he drops that straight left on you that hurts so many. Hurt Conor McGregor, and he hurt the welterweight champion Leon Edwards in the same way.
Lands a kick there with the lead leg. Nice work by Diaz. Well, that's one way to take advantage of an edge and reach. Beautiful connection with that punch. Just over 3 minutes to go. Gets to the single collar tie now. Pretty good straight punch there by Diaz. Well, he's connected on a few hooks so far here in the round, and there it is again. So every time he goes back to the well with that hook, he seems to find the target.
He does a great job of finding the placement on that shot. It is a great weapon to have.
Oh, he's had a huge strike rate.
Massive shot that he landed. Great job.
Oh, uppercut shot to the head, but it's blocked there by Diaz. Well, it looks as though that strike maybe opened up a cut around the eye area.
Yeah, it looks like that strike opened up a cut, John, but it's nothing to worry about now, but he's got to start to protect it. Oh, you hurt him again, bro.
Total strikes have landed for Nate Diaz.
He's setting up a beautiful submission.
Oh, looks like he's got the sub locked in.
We may get a finish here by triangle. He beat him so soundly with his hips that all he's got to do now, he can take armbar now.
Oh, submission defense on full display there.
He said that he was very aware of what this guy brought to the octagon and it showed in that defense.
Well, his opponent seemed to be stunned to a significant extent, but was able to recover, and it's almost like he let him off the hook a little bit.
Kind of let him off the hook. He needed to really put his foot on the gas to try to find that finish.
Burns' his eye now closing up. 20 seconds left. Oh, and he tags him with the straight, beautifully placed there by Diaz. Terrific shot there. Saved by the bell. That's the end of the round. You heard the horn, and it came just as he was stunned by a huge shot right before the end of the round. So, saved by the bell. Back to the stool. 60 seconds with which to recover. We'll see if his corner can keep his head in the fight. All right, so there's the end of the round. He stayed committed to doing damage upstairs and landed a seminal blow in that round.
It was accumulation of those strikes. He kept hitting him over and over to the head. Eventually, he found the one that really did damage his opponent.
You ready to fight? Ready.
All right, round two. Well, if you are a young striker, you could do a lot worse than watching this guy work on the feet, perhaps trying to set up another hook here.
Yes, he is. He's definitely trying to set up another hook. You could tell by his eyes. He's taking peeks. He's sneaking looks at where he needs his opponent to be in order to land that shot.
Straight right hand, no good. Oh, a huge strike lands there, DC.
He landed that massive shot. Now he needs to try to find the next shot, the follow-up shot that will finish the fight. Oh, he's stuck in the guillotine. Looking for the guillotine lock right now, and it looks like it's in. He's done a great job.
Oh, somehow, some way he got out.
These guys are back and forth, and the submission defense wins this transition.
Well, he has expended a lot of energy going for these submissions tonight. I'm not sure his opponent is actually submittable.
No, it doesn't seem like it, because every time he goes for a submission, he gets close, or at least he expects to get close. But his opponent is so on his game that he's not giving him much to work with. This has been a beautiful display of grappling offensively, but also defensively.
Close guard. Oh, so an interesting decision there as he decides to stand up and relinquish the dominant position. Connections right off the gut, DC. He's in a world of trouble now.
They say the straight moves are the ones that get there first, and it got right to the target.
Just over 2 minutes to go in the round.
Beautiful block there.
Well, his corner was pretty urgent after round one. A little bit lackluster there in that opening round.
Look at that. He can't even stand.
Burns doing a nice job protecting the eye with that block. You don't want to absorb any more damage on that cut. Diaz is trying to get a triangle submission here. Oh, good technique there. He's got the triangle choke locked in.
Attacking armbar. How in the world did he escape that submission?
And he's back up. All right, he engages in the single collar tie. Oh, a huge block there. All right, so now we start to see some redness underneath the elbow. You got to think he's going to connect. That's a huge shot right there, DC. You don't want to eat too many more of those.
No, and he needs to start looking to finish now because he's got his opponent hurt very bad. Oh, nice body shot. Oh!
the bell. So now back to the stool. He has only 60 seconds to recover. We'll see if physically he can keep himself in this fight. All right, so there's the end of the round, and on one side, thrill, on the other, agony after that knockdown.
Yeah, he was able to really damage him with that big punch. You see the hands, the speed, how sharp he is, how technical he is. It allows him to land in spots where his opponent is winging punches. Great strike landed, great punch landed to put his opponent down.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Third round underway. I'm not sure his opponent knows where he is.
No, he doesn't know where he is. He's hurt real bad. That punch landed in the perfect spot.
Diaz's pass attempt denied. And busy as he looks to improve position here. Drops down inside the now closed guard of his opponent.
Let's see how patient he is as he attacks a submission or big ground and pound. Beautiful submission attempt here.
Oh, compromising spot here. Triangle choke is locked in. Oh, that triangle choke is wicked tight now. Oh, trying to pass here, but Dikembe Mutombo style, he gets denied.
Block! Great job blocking that pass by the bottom fighter.
All right, he's got the full mount now. Is this one of the most dominant positions in MMA? Is that fair to say?
It's a very dominant position. It's one of the most ideal positions you can get to, especially if you are fighting someone that doesn't truly understand that they're not in as much danger as they are. Because it's dangerous, but there are a lot of outs. And if a person isn't very understanding,
He's landed thus far tonight.
big, massive shot lands. Look at how tough his opponent is, though. Still standing, still in their fight.
Diaz's nose is bleeding now. Yes, looks as though he got cut by one of those offerings from his opponent. Just over 2 minutes left to go.
Oh, he hurt him again. He hurt him bad.
Oh, he gets back up. The question is for how long? Burns goes for the clinch here, and this is just a means by which to recover. He is stunned. Timely defense there. Crowd continues to sway with every huge shot being landed. Back and forth we go. And back to his feet. That's a huge connection there, DC. He is hurt.
Massive hook lands, and his opponent seems to be on his way out of the fight.
Nice counter left there. Oh, big left.
Oh, nice takedown, yep.
Trying to set up a choke here. Oh, that's getting in deep now.
That's real deep, John. He's got to be careful.
Oh, that has got to be it. Ooh, solid choke, but he got it.
Great job. Rolling to your back, giving up the mount. He chose a much worse position over giving up that submission.
All right, so there's the end of the round. Big story in this one now. The cut on the bridge of that nose from that strike. The cut man is in there. Should be able to shut this one and potentially prevent it from being a factor here moving forward. All right, so there's the horn. He got knocked down by a punch in that round, but he is able to survive. We'll see if they can make some adjustments.
He's as tough as they come. He took that shot and he kept plodding forward. He got off of his butt. He got himself off of the canvas and tried to get right back to work. But he cannot take many more of these. You don't want to be the guy that's testing how tough that your chin is.
Ready.
We have arrived at the fourth round fight scheduled for 5 rounds.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, he's in trouble. Trying to finish this fight.
Right there.
All right, let's get you some replays now. Certainly a lot for our replay guys to work with in the truck. This was a clinic tonight in terms of mixed martial arts acumen in every realm of the game.
And once he got to the top, he started to land brutal ground and pound until the fight was called off. Just a dominant performance from the top position.
All right, with that, the official decision is in. We go to the veteran voice of the Octagon, Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 25 seconds of round number 4. Declaring the winner by knockout, Nate Diaz!
All right, so Nate Diaz added to his legend in a big way here tonight and really showing you, DC, that he can still compete and beat the very best fighters in this division.
Every time he steps into the octagon, he's very prepared to get the job done tonight. He did exactly that. Phenomenal boxing, high pace and pressure.